swivel, backward and forward, when you are open to surprise, prepared for anything. But that is Thursday's reliably broken promise. Nobody's prepared when anything takes place. She had been the recipient of well-meaning, hopeless advice she should stay in the moment. That's the last place she wanted to be. All around her, people seemed to be manically meditating, too, when they weren't rushing off to spin classes and resistance training, or eating more plants and antioxidants and less animal protein. They were undivided, aggressively striving to stay in the moment. She half wished she could heed their counsel and stay in the freaking moment, if only she could fathom where and what and why the moment was. Their intentions were well-meaning, probably. And they made a sort of sense because consider the unappealing alternatives. Living in the foreclosed past meant trudging through the mucky sludge of regret and nostalgia, while living in the clouds of the inconceivable future meant taking up residence in the land of make-believe. And yet, loss and remembrance and the continually imploding present were the fundaments of her existence. On that Thursday, when Anthony did not return with the fish, dawn broke with uneasy intimations, sly premonitions. Francesca was already late for something urgent, but what that was, she could not name. She walked into the garden beyond her bedroom door in hopes that the scents of rosemary, basil, and freesia might elevate her spirits. Hopes were quickly dashed. The garden didn't help. Honestly, it never did. The night before, empty Wednesday night, she and Anthony had had an extraordinary spat, extraordinary in that they rarely tangled. They took no pleasure in marital swordplay, so it didn't take long before they both lost interest. Not that either was ADD. If anything, the two of them suffered from a surplus, not a deficit of attention. Thus it was, that awkward Thursday morning, she found herself stopping him dead in his tracks on his way out the door. "Not so fast, Buster. Not done with you yet." If she were not who she was, and he were not who he was, and they were not who they were, she might have been shouting, and the wedding china might have been rattling inside cabinets. The sentiments might have been accompanied by glassware flung, doors slammed, ultimatums delivered, and miserable zigzaggy lines of mascara running down her cheeks, but not a chance when it came to her, and him, and them. Her husband was bustling about, getting organized to go to work. The instant he heard "not so fast," deferential Buster, Anthony, that is, histrionically screeched to a halt. Roadrunner meep meep meets rock wall. Meep meep, Roadrunner? Just curious, meep meep. Anthony, darling. Go for it, Frankie. You're a smart guy.
Full disclosure, there was a cabinet-level consideration as to whether or not I ought to repeat second grade. Everybody knows second grade is a scholastic juggernaut.
She shook her head side to side, a miserable metronome. You sleep soundly, like you're an innocent man. How come when you wake up you're a knucklehead? Because about last night, a little snark and snip, a passing complaint, a minor grievance, an eye-roll, a self-defensive pushback. One glass of wine too many. All right, maybe two.